Hi, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. I am not sure what I'm going to be doing today. Honestly, probably not much because I have a little bit of a headache and I'm trying to help it go away and not get worse, but it feels like it's one of those headaches that are going to get worse, unfortunately. So that's kind of very annoying, but hopefully it will go away later on today and not be worse. So depending on that, depends on what I do today. But as of right now, I'm not really planning on doing much. I'm just going to try and make that go away. And no, I did not get a chance. I did have time, I just didn't. But I did not play Animal Crossing yesterday, so that means that Murphy still has not moved away yet. But hopefully I will today, so that way maybe tomorrow he'll move away, I don't know. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. But I still wanted to say good morning, and I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you in a second with whatever I end up doing. Quick update, it has been like probably 3 hours, and my headache is gone, thankfully. All I did was rest and just kind of like relax for a couple minutes. I wasn't like able to fall asleep or anything, but it's gone, so yay, and I don't think it's gonna come back. I think maybe like there was a pressure change or something, I don't know, because all the weather that we had yesterday, and I know I get like pressure headaches, so I think that's what it was. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, my headache is gone now. I still don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I just wanted to give you an update that I'm definitely feeling better now, so yay. I am going to feed the garden real quick and these little guys, but I wanted to show you how they're doing. This is the, what is happening with my hair in the shadow? But these are, I think, the sriracha, yes, sriracha peppers, and these things are getting so big. There's even a new one growing. I got these guys last week. The table is really hot. I just put my hand on it. But I got these little guys last week when I got the little guys that are in my room too, but they're doing amazing. And they kind of also have some new flowers that are starting. Because it rained so much last night, I'm not going to give anybody any water. I was planning to, obviously, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit of plant food on the top of the soil, and hopefully when it rains later it will just kind of dissolve it into the plants, because yeah, they don't need any water. But let me do that real quick, and then I'll show you how the pretty bird and then I'll show you how the garden's doing. That bird sounds really pretty. I don't know if you can hear it. I left the video recording, so maybe you can, but I had to put you down because I needed both hands. All right, hopefully that'll be enough without being too much. Now let's go over to the garden and see how everybody's doing there. And hopefully the wasps aren't out here too. Hello, little guy. Thank you. And this little guy has a couple. Just one, okay. And then this little guy has one. And also the pumpkin is getting huge already. Here it is next to my hand. Yeah, this thing is 4 days old since it sprouted, 3 or 4 days old since it sprouted. So the pumpkin is doing really well, but let me get all these guys some food and then some water, and then I'll be all done. Ooh, a rainbow. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a rainbow in the water. These little ones definitely don't necessarily need water, but I'm giving them a little bit just to dissolve the plant food. They're a rainbow. That should be good considering we got like 2 or 3 inches of rain yesterday, and it's supposed to rain some more today, so I think we're good. There you go, little ones. Enjoy your food. Don't want to forget this out here. I'm very glad that I was able to get outside and feed the garden and the plants that are in the containers. One unfortunate thing that happened, I did actually see a mosquito that bit my ankle, and I did, get rid of it, but I actually felt it. That's what made me notice it. So that was unfortunate. So in the next couple of days, I'm probably going to be complaining once again about being itchy. I don't know why, but the mosquito bites take a couple of days to actually like show up. So it's very interesting, but hopefully because I know where it was, I'll be able to put some of the stuff that I've been putting on it to stop the itching before it gets really bad. Hopefully I'll be able to treat it quickly and then it'll be okay, but I don't know. I'm going to try anyway. But what I do to feed the garden is, because the plant food that I have dissolved dissolves in water. I just take the amount that is for a gallon of water and just kind of like do my best to equally spread it around all the plants in the garden, and that's how I've been doing it, and it seems to be working really well. I've done it, this is the third time I think that I have fed the garden like this, so it's working really well. I do it every other week because apparently rainwater was not enough for the little ones, so I don't mind. It's just I'm very glad that I was able to get out there, and I didn't give them too much water because I think it is supposed to rain again later, and it rained a lot yesterday, like I said, so I didn't want to, you know, give them too much. And obviously my head is feeling much better, no more pain, thankfully, because that was very not good this morning. It's very unpleasant. But right now I wanted to show you a little bit of an update on the wings, the mini like wings that, well, one wing, so it's just half of it. I'm just testing on a very tiny scale to see like how things would work like with the fabric, because I've never really done anything like this before, so I'm just sitting and testing to see if this is even going to be possible. But I did make one more tiny one to see how this would work. This is more along the lines of my, hang on, drawing that I did, so like with the bigger pieces of the feathers. The back is unfinished currently, so that looks really bad, but it did stay together much better than I was expecting it to, and considering I just used that as a reference, I did really good with the size. Actually, it's almost exactly the same size, but yeah, I think this will work. The fabric is like a spandex material type thing. I'm not exactly sure. This blue one is from a remnant fabric that I got a really long time ago, but these are kind of the colors that I am going to try and do for the wings on a bigger scale. I just have to find the right fabric. So yeah, that's kind of a struggle right now. I don't know what size or what kind of fabric I want to use, but this is what hopefully it will look like on a much bigger scale. And then obviously it will, it's not like, hang on, it's really hard to do one-handed, but hopefully it will be able to bend, so that way it will kind of be closer to my body and I'll be able to walk and not have the wings like fully out and like take up the entire space. But this is what I would like to hopefully have it look like when I am done with it, if I can do this. I don't even know if I can or not. I'm still gonna try. I just wanted to give you a little update on how it's going, and I am still working on trying to make them, and I'm really quite happy with it actually. The sunshine feels so good right now. But anyway, it is time to start knitting, and today ended up being a very nice day because like with my headache and everything, I mean, it went away fairly quickly. It was only there for like, I don't know, maybe 5 hours, which is not that long for one of those headaches. It never got like as bad as I have had them, you know, in the past. This one was fairly mild, but it was still extremely painful, obviously, but it didn't last as long, so I'm just grateful that, you know, it wasn't a super bad headache. So I was actually able to get some stuff done today, like the garden. I need to take care of it a little bit again. There are a lot of plants growing out there that I don't want, but I didn't want to do that today because I was not dressed properly, and just having a headache and, you know, recovering from that, I didn't think it would be a very good idea. So hopefully I'll be able to get to that this weekend a little bit. But just getting out there and being able to feed them was a pretty big accomplishment, I would say, for today, so I'm happy about that. And they're all doing amazing. I still can't believe how tiny the little plants are with how many tomatoes they have. It is quite funny. I don't know what is going on, but I'm grateful that they're growing so many tomatoes and that they're happy, and also that pumpkin is already kind of overwhelmingly big, and the ones that are in my room also need to go outside already. They are already growing their third set of leaves. So yeah, it is time for them to go outside. I think probably tomorrow. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check the temperature because it might be too hot out there, and I don't want them to, you know, go from being inside to extremely hot and not be used to it. So I don't want to do that. I know next week is supposed to be cooler again, so I might wait until then. I just hope that they're okay in their little container for a few more days, but I would like to bring them outside, but I don't know if I'll be able to because it might be a little bit too warm. And it never did end up raining, so I'm very glad that I watered the garden. And another random plant update. I'm not going to show you it today because I don't feel like moving him, and it's kind of, you know, he's really big, so it's kind of difficult. But Broken Branch now has, I believe, 8 or 9 tomatoes on it currently. They're all very tiny. They just started growing. But I think the next round of tomatoes are definitely on the way. Mom has, how many are in the windowsill right now? 9, I think. So yeah, we still kind of have a constant, like, steady stream of tomatoes, but not as many as we were having there like a few weeks ago because I propagated so many of the little plants. There haven't been, you know, growing tomatoes, so they haven't really been growing as many, but that's honestly probably okay. But there are definitely a lot more on the way, which is very exciting. And as for my little craft that I have been working on, I still don't know what fabric I want to use for it on the bigger scale, because what I have, I don't think I would have enough of to make it the size that I would want to be. And, you know, 2 wings, I definitely probably wouldn't have enough, so I think I would barely have enough for 1, so that would be a problem. I might have enough of the blue stuff to at least use a little bit of it, but I know I don't have enough of the black and the white. Hang on one sec. I don't know what type of fabric to use because I really like how this moves. I don't know how it would work on a bigger size. Hopefully it would still move like that on a bigger one, but I don't know what type of fabric to get because it can't be heavy because it would have a lot of fabric on there and it would start to get weighed down very quickly. That's the main thing that I'm struggling with. The type of fabric. My brain keeps wanting to say yarn because I'm used to saying yarn. I don't know what to do. I've looked at like felt and stuff, but I really don't like how that looks. It just looks, I don't know. It's okay, so I might end up with that. Like, I'm not like completely saying no to felt because that might be what works best. I don't know. I just don't necessarily like how that looks, so I would like to find something different. I've looked at like tulle and stuff as well, but that like is too fluffy. It's very, very challenging because I want to, my mind has an idea on what I want it to look like and how I want it to like move and everything, but I don't know how to properly make it into existence. Basically, it's very, very challenging. So that's my main problem right now, but at least I know that I can make it how I want it to look, which is very, very exciting. So that gives me a lot of confidence, but I just don't know what fabric to pick. It's very challenging, and also like sometimes some of the fabrics are really expensive, so I can't like get any of that because that's just like, I didn't realize how much fabric cost, so I have to find something that's also, you know, not super expensive. I will figure it out, and these colors probably won't be exactly what it's going to be on the bigger scale either because I don't know what colors will be available in the type of fabric that I decide on. But yeah, it is definitely a challenge. Oh, and by the way, I just glued it together with some craft glue, like normal school glue. That's how the pieces are. This is the back again. It doesn't look good, but it's just glued together with some craft glue. Nothing special. I need to do the other side as well. I just didn't get a chance to do that today. Anyway, apparently I'm very chatty today. I am almost done with the first row. I am going to knit the other row unless I feel like chatting a little bit more. I'm going to knit the other row and then I will be right back to show you what it looks like. I am almost done knitting the other row today, and I wanted to say something. It is not important, but I remember, like, I thought of it when I was, you know, closer to the other end of this row. So I was just like, oh, I'll wait until I'm closer to finishing knitting to say it, and then I'll start recording again just to, you know, I don't know what it is. Apparently it was really not important, but I wanted to say something and now I can't remember, and it's just really annoying, and I have no idea what it was. I really don't like it when this happens. It's so frustrating. I do know there is something random. This is not what I was going to say. Oh, that's what it was. It's, again, not important whatsoever, but I'm just happy that I remembered. I don't know if I did it today or not, but I have noticed when I wear this shirt, I notice that I push the sleeves up like I'm expecting them to stay in one place, because when I'm knitting, they kind of like land annoyingly on my like elbow crease. So I do that a lot, and I don't know if I did that today, and I just find it funny because I did do that as I was knitting, but I wasn't recording, and I was just like, I really expect them to stay up, but they obviously don't because they're super loose. But the other thing that I want to say, and this is just kind of annoying, but also exciting, I guess, because the plants are doing so well. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of out of frame actually. All over the floor back right here, in this area, especially underneath the shelf, there are a ton of plant leaves from the colorful leaves. They drop so many leaves. I don't know why. Like, they're super full. Like this one over here I can grab because it's close. Like, it's a super big and full plant. See, it just dropped another leaf just from me picking it up. See, they drop leaves like all the time, and I don't know why, but they're super healthy. It's just like they are very messy, so I don't know how to, like, I need to figure out something for underneath the shelf because that's very, very difficult to clean. I can't really get the vacuum underneath there, and yeah, I need to figure out a way to make that easier because I like them over there. But man, are they messy little plants. And I just wanted to share that because it's kind of, you know, annoying me a little bit. And I love the plants, obviously. But yeah, I didn't realize that they were going to be so messy. So I like where they're at, and they really like that home. I just need to figure out like a piece of cardboard or, I don't know, something to put underneath the shelf so it's a little bit easier to clean. But anyway, I am all done knitting, and this is what it looks like up close. The little yellow stripe is getting a lot bigger again, and this is what the entire thing looks like for the year so far. I can still barely hold it up. I am definitely out of arm length, though. I don't know if you can, I don't know if you can even see the whole thing, but I can still mostly hold it up correctly, so I'm happy with that. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks so much for spending some time with me today as I took care of the garden, and just in general, just thanks for spending some time with me today. I hope you had a good day today, no matter what you did. If it was a lot or a little, it truly does not matter. I just hope you had even just a teeny tiny moment that was good today. And yeah, just thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow? I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, so we will figure it out together, but I'm looking forward to spending the day with you as always. And yeah, I'll see you then. So just again, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I hope you have a good rest of your day.